Hey y'all, welcome to Getting in the Way. My name is Chad and I'll be your host. Today, I would like to talk about a word, the word like. What made me think to talk about this is I realized not so long ago that I don't like a lot of people. And when I realized that, it was concerning to me. I felt like I wanted to like people and I wanted people to like me. And I realized that this had been a problem for some time. So when I looked back at my life and how liking things, how wanting to be liked, how it had affected me, how far back could I remember? It took me back to when I was 7 years old. And I remember moving to a new school and meeting a group of people who I was not like, who had a lot of stuff, a lot of things that I wanted, things that I liked. And I wanted these people to like me. So I started doing things the way they did things. And it worked a little bit. But I wanted something more. I wanted to be able to feel how they seemed to feel about doing the things that we were doing. If we were given limits on how far we could go, if we were giving boundaries on places we could go, things we could do, they seemed to be able to cross these boundaries and feel okay about it. I wanted to be like that because I made a decision when we would reach the boundary. I would decide, is this worth whatever punishment might happen? Once I made that decision, it should be okay to go ahead and do whatever it was that was wrong and enjoy that during that time and have the punishment after. The problem was I could not enjoy myself. I couldn't feel the way they felt about it. I didn't like that. So what I did was I suffered through that. I would still choose to do the wrong things quite a bit of time and deal with how that felt. Be very uncomfortable, not totally enjoy it, just enough to keep on doing it. Now, as I got older, the boundaries changed and I kept trying to suffer through feeling the way I felt and doing the things I was doing. Everywhere I went, I seemed to meet a group of people who were doing a little more. They were doing things that were the next step, the next stage. No matter where I went, I would run into this situation. And I was around some people and I realized that when I would drink or do drugs, that I didn't feel as bad about what I was doing that was wrong as long as I was in that state. Now, the next day, I would feel bad about what I was doing, but it didn't stop me from using that to get through those things. It made it easier to do, but that never went away. So I'm not sure exactly how long that stage of things lasted, and figuring people liked me and I liked them. But what I can tell you is that 40 years after, the 7-year-old boy realized he didn't like feeling the way he felt. He wanted to feel like other people seemed to feel about doing wrong. 40 years standing in front of a mirror, and I can't really recognize myself. Sounds weird. And it wasn't because of how drunk and high I was. I looked in the mirror a bunch of times and thought I knew what I was looking at in that state. But I really couldn't tell who I was anymore. And whatever I was looking at, I didn't like. And trying to like people and get people to like me, that's what it cost. It cost me myself. It cost me everything. So what I did was I checked myself in somewhere to get some help. And after a couple of weeks of being there, not talking to very many people, time alone, a guy asked me if I would share how I ended up there. And I didn't want to. So what I did was, the last thing I ever wanted to do, took a little walk. And I went out into a stand of trees. And I began to complain about why somebody would ask me to tell people about how I got there. How could I help somebody? I couldn't help myself. Why would they want that from me? I became afraid. Probably more afraid than I'd been in a long, long time, or ever. And I wasn't sure why I was so afraid. Come to find out, I was afraid of the truth, of some of the things I'm telling you. See, I didn't realize all those things at that point. The things I've been telling you, I hadn't realized. As I was complaining, I realized what I was doing was praying. I didn't recognize it as such, probably because it didn't sound or look anything like I'd ever seen or done. And something come out of my mouth that I had probably never said and didn't even know. And I said, I don't even want to stop drinking. I don't think I want to stop doing drugs. But you won't let me die, and I can't live like this. So I'm going to need some help. And I felt this strange feeling. I said, go ahead, do whatever it is that you've been trying to do to me all these years. I'm probably going to screw it up. You see me. But I promise I'll try. And when I did that, I felt this feeling shoot from my head to feet and back up. It's kind of like sticking your finger in a light socket, but it don't hurt. I've never felt anything like that, ever. For lack of words, a better way to describe, I'll call it hearing a feeling. And 2 words reverberated from the inside out. It's okay. And it has been since. I, from that moment on, could see things from a different perspective. I, from that moment on, have been shown things in a way that a lot of times goes against anything I've ever been taught. It's hard for me at times to accept it. It's not easy to walk it out. It's not easy to tell other people these things. I was shown that I'd been doing everything backwards. I would see someone, and I would like it, which want it. Then, the more time I spent around them, I would like them more, and pretty soon would call that love. Since this has happened in my life, since I see things the way I do, I've come to realize that was completely backwards. I'm to love first. And then, if someone else is seeking the love I have found, and they're seeking that, I will begin to like them. It's completely backwards. We're afraid to say that we love people. We'll say that we like everybody, lots of people. Seems to be an easy thing to say. But I look back now and I see where liking people got me. So I know it goes against everything we're taught, everything we see. We're supposed to like everybody. Nowadays, I have a hard time doing that because I don't want so bad to like them and them to like me that we become alike. Not unless they're doing the right thing to the best of their ability. So I now know I am called to love everyone, which I have come to understand means to want more for them than they may even want for themselves. I'm not called to like everyone. I need to look at and to question who do I like? Why do I like them? Are they doing and saying things that I want to do and say? Do I want to become like them? They're being the person that I would like to be. If it resembles that, I can like them. If they're not, well, I told you where it led me every time. If you stuck around and listened to this, I thank you. I hope that someone heard the power, the impact of compromising to like or be liked. Thanks again, and I'll holler at y'all later.